Just do a little video. I know I've been doing a lot of shorts lately, which is fine. Shorts are okay. They work for me because I needed something to put up that didn't involve much time on my part right now. My life is, as you can tell, busy. This is the engine, and that is a mess, out of this thing. And because it's an 88, it should be fine for me to do it all myself, as long as the measurements work out. I had a little concern because I had to hone these out by hands, and I just went to the minimal, and they're not quite perfectly round, but they're within the specs, and there's a minimal clearance and a maximum clearance between the piston and this, and these were all right at the minimal, or actually a little below the minimal clearance, which is probably why the pistons have the kind of damage in it. So I don't think I'm the first one in here at all. I really don't. I think the guy I bought it from got in here, someone rebuilt it. I mean, it's 88, so of course someone's been in here, I'm sure, right? You know, it wouldn't be not anyone in here. Plus, it has these scratch marks on the bottom here. I did not do those. That looks like it's sitting somewhere for someone to work on. This could be a rebuild motor too. But the pistons are still good. All the measurements came out just fine. It's just they had a lot of scoring on the side of the skirt of the pistons, and I thought that was weird. But the reason we got into this is because I had an oil pressure problem and a coolant leak. I couldn't find out where it was going, and it looks like someone used Pennzoil in it, but they all had this skirt wear here, which some of it's normal, but some of it's like really kind of questionable. Well, reading or measuring the minimal clearance, these were right at the minimal clearance, so the only place to wear is these cast aluminum pistons were going to wear out. It was never going to break in the cylinder, so we stretched it out to the new minimal, and some of it's at the maximum piston, but you know, we can only do what we can do. Eventually we'll move it over to electric, but for right now this needs to be done. This was quicker and easier and cheaper than doing the electric route. Camshaft, pistons, arms, they all had this problem. They all had, oh look, I picked up a good one here. You see that one? That one's lost it. It's protective coating, and you start to see the under layers on it. The guy I bought it from said he blew a head gasket, which could explain the low oil, but I think he ran it for a long time without oil. And there was lots of rust in it, like it did a water crossing. And it might have. This is the old crankshaft. It's a new crankshaft. I haven't checked it yet. And all the bearings in there are bushings. They call them bearings, but they're kind of more like bushings because they have this horrible wear on them. And it's a standard. And that's why not. I got the time. We'll do it. Then I'm going to go work after this. So, yeah. It's just, there's a lot of wear on it and stupid areas on this thing. Is that one out? Oh, that one's not even in the right spot. Anyhow, I haven't done too much work on it other than the complete rebuild. I haven't done too much work on it other than complete rebuild, but that's okay. But I just figured I want it done right. I got a higher pressure oil pump. I'm not going to run at higher pressure, but it's a higher flow oil pump, so it should keep it good for a long time. I'm kind of debating on cutting a hole in the oil pan and hooking up an external oil pump to pre-oil it before I start it. And then it would probably kill a lot of my wear for the entire engine life until something happened to it, provided the oil pan doesn't leak. But I've heard of people doing that. And this exhaust, I'm shortening it up and dropping it in front of the wheel. I figure it's better that way. This is the oil pan. Yes, it's styling now. But I was thinking about dropping a hole in here below the oil level that pre-primes and pumps it up to the oil filler port and or the oil pressure port. That way it's backfill it back through the whole system, and hitting the oil pre-oiler before starting it, and of course it would never have issues ever again. Probably till we run out of gasoline in the system, which that's not happening for a while.